Hi everyone, I'm Humbly Anna Anders here on the YouTube channel. This is December 8th, and I'm just doing this video here at home. Our animal babies are just hanging out, chilling out before they go in their pet condos. But anyways, just wanted to do a video here, shout out to you guys, because Carrie and I have been sitting here talking, right, Carrie? Mm-hmm. Hi everyone. Hey hon. So we were talking about our spiritual calling of doing these peace flags and trying to do humble for globalpeace.com and stuff. And I told you, Carrie, when I got home from grocery shopping, I said, I think that the purple mafia is the Illuminati. Didn't I, Carrie? Yeah. As you were coming up the steps and I was going down the steps, right? Mm-hmm. And I asked you what you thought about that. And what did you say?
It was true.
And you believe it to be true too?
Yeah.
So with my whole heart and soul, I believe it to be true too. And what I got to thinking about, you guys, is the reason why I say this is because, think about it. I want you to think about, well, for one thing, I want to suggest that you watch a documentary that Carrie and I have been watching here lately, and it's called From JFK to 9/11. It's a rich man's trick. It's a 3-hour documentary, and it's filled to the gills with all kinds of historical facts. I'm not a person that likes to watch fiction, you guys. God didn't give me a fiction brain. And so I just like facts. I like facts and historical facts and figures and that kind of stuff. And the truth is, I know we all been lied to, and we all know we've been lied to. But I gotta also say that the Illuminati is really real. Do you believe the Illuminati is really real, Karen? So they take people's talents, they take Sacred Mother Earth's treasures, if you will, and they exploit it. They steal it, they exploit it at all costs. They put contracts out to exploit people's talents and trades. And they make money off of people's talents. And, you know, the sad part is people have all this beautiful, natural, God-given talent. And then when they get into this arena, it's a controlled environment, if you will, the entertainment industry. It's a very controlled environment because only a certain amount of the parasitical elite own that environment or own that arena, if you will. So they exploit this talent, and people are successful. And I don't have anything wrong with, for me, from an outsider viewing in, I don't have a problem with people having so much talent that they have to be recruited into corporate recruitment, I guess you could say. My problem is when you're recruited into an arena that's very dark and foreboding and just evil, to where it has a history of doing evil, to the point where once you get to the top of your success ladder, if you will, that your life is at risk. I mean, and I'm sorry to say it, if we can't see all these patterns of death throughout the history of Hollywood, or Hollyweird as I prefer to say. I mean, look at it all. Look at all this talent that has, all of a sudden they died one day, you know, because of an overdose, or all of a sudden they died because they hung themselves. I'm talking about our comedian. Who was it, hon?
Robin Williams.
Robin Williams. I mean, all of a sudden he just died because he hung himself? I don't think so, people. I don't, you know, and I'm sorry.
Depression, sudden allergies.
Yeah, I mean, you know, people get depressed. I get depressed. I mean, people get depressed, but just because you get depressed doesn't mean that you got to
surgery.
That you got to
doctors
showing up. Oh, you're talking about, I forgot what her name is. Joan Rivers, because she said that she got busted on an interview saying that, what did she say, Care?
Everybody was aware that there was a gay president and that
he had a partner.
The first lady was transgender.
Transgender. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know, and I don't know who else knows, but I mean, I do know that there's lots of talk of it. You know, what people do behind closed doors is their business if they're not harming anybody else, but don't be misleading with it, and don't be abusive with it, and don't be exploiting with it. But back to what I was saying about the Illuminati, though, it's really real, guys. It's really real. And if you look at the Michael Jacksons, the Whitney Houston, the Prince JFK, MLK. If you look at our history, John Lennon, okay, JFK Jr. I mean, the list is, it goes on forever. I mean, there's even much more to say. I mean,
leaders of other countries even knew.
Yeah.
The lies of this United States.
Of our nation. Yeah, and not only that, they were good leaders too, that all of a sudden they died because of cancer.
They were put under a certain term.
They were put under this.
A lot with corrupting terminology.
They were put under the radar is what they were put under the radar so that the purple mafia could get them. So Carrie and I were talking.
Made up names, ISIS, communism, fascists, all these terminologies are man-made, created by the parasitical elite and the purple mafia and Illuminati and all that.
Yeah. I mean, just take a look at what Hillary Clinton wore, you guys, the next day after she lost. Her and Bill in that purple outfit. Trust me, she did not pick that outfit out to be worn, okay? Hillary did not pick that out, neither did Bill Clinton. Their handlers had them wear that stuff. You know, like when Prince died, Prince, think about it, folks. The what was the name of the movie? Purple Rain? Mm-hmm. They loved the color purple, even the movie color purple. So purple is their color, and they're not hiding from that shit today. So they're busted, and I gotta say, it's spooky. It's spooky how much control one secret society can have on a global population of people. That's what I'm trying to say, huh, hon? So, but Carrie and I were talking, because we've been a little bit, not a little bit, that's kind of under-exaggerating it. We've been very burnt out with trying to do forglobalpeace.com and trying to do our Peace Flag initiative and all that, and, and then being sabotaged on social media platforms, being sabotaged in our own journey with doing these peace flags when my family member was abducted here in corrupt Cleveland, Ohio. We were sabotaged. Our family sacred tree was sabotaged. It really was. And we know that today, right, Care? Because we were here in Cleveland when we were first trying to make these peace flags back in 2003, and 2004. So, and honestly, I'm going to throw something out here. I was coming home in summer of 2011. I was coming home with some peace flags in tow, and I got to tell you, my dad died all of a sudden of a heart attack in his driveway. And then all of a sudden, my mother died of a heart attack all of a sudden, and my sister Goldie told me, Anna, Mom's fine. I'm going on my vacation, and I'll see you next week. And she said, Mom's healthy as can be, and she's going to be fine. And I got to tell you, all of a sudden, my mother died of a sudden heart attack. My mother was not fine, neither was my father. But honestly, I feel like my parents' lives were snuffed out because people knew I was bringing peace flags home, and my parents would have seen that. My parents would have participated in the celebration of that mojo, and I know they would have. But that was taken away from us, I feel. And yeah, so when I went to Ground Zero with those peace flags in tow, I never knew that I would have to have my parents' ashes with me as well, and that is another story in and of itself. But so Carrie and I, we've been here through this journey of a spiritual calling, of a spiritual nature, and it's not been easy, guys. It's not been easy at all. Being sabotaged on all realms, and we were discussing it last night, even how we've come through the storms of our lives together, right, Care? And because of other people externally, we barely slid into Cleveland last winter, being very stressed out, if you will. But over this past year, our stress level has decreased, and it's calmed down a lot for us. But now, on the other hand, we know we are responsible for these peace flags and this peace calling and this peace cause and this peace initiative. And so, and we're learning, but we're also putting information together and coming to some conclusions. And yeah, so we believe that the Purple Mafia is the Illuminati. And we wanted to put that out there. Is that right, hon? Do you want to add anything to this video, Care? No? I don't either. I'm done talking, guys. This video is way too damn long to be talking tonight. But you think about it, people. They had the Niagara Falls all lit up in purple, ready to go for when Prince died. And Prince just recently got back his recording rights for all his music. So now when these people sign their contracts with Hollywood, when they sign the contracts with the Illuminati, do they, once they die upon death, does that mean the recording rights and the revenues go back and revert back to the Illuminati? Because if so, there's big business when these people die. You know, there's big business for people to benefit from. And that's what needs to be examined and looked upon and discussed. And not, you know, I mean, I'm disgusted. I don't need to discuss nothing. I'm disgusted with it.
Writing rights, their song rights, their royalties, their books, their albums, everything.
Movies. And you know, the reason I bring this up too to some extent is because our family was exploited. You know, it's a form of human exploitation is what it is. And desecration too. Desecration because, you know, some of these people, I don't believe they're dying of natural causes. I don't believe it for 1 minute. Do you, Carrie? No way. So, you don't, what happens is when you get to the top, if you don't play it the way they want it to be played, then you're going to get dropped, right? Like the Michael Jacksons of the world. It's easy to say he overdosed on some drugs and blame that doctor. But in reality, these guys got hitmen that can go up there and give them a good overdose, you know, because they know what time it is. They know what their schedules are like, just like Whitney Houston, rather. I'm sorry, not Hillary. Whitney Houston, I mean, they knew she was at that hotel. Anyways, and they make sacrifices too, don't they, Carrie?
Yes.
Yep. So that's it. We're getting off this video way too damn long, but wanted to share that mojo with you. And if you could please keep us prayed up, we would greatly appreciate it. And please don't mind my messy home here tonight, but this is home and no place like home. And that's it. Have a great night, everybody. Peace out on the planet. Oh, and lastly, closing with this. Do you think that the No Dabble protest movement is Illuminati influenced?
Yes.
It is. Okay. So, Carrie, that's Carrie.
Smoke screen.
It's a smoke screen. So there's Carrie's perspective. And especially since the movie stars started showing up and going all through the streets like Washington, D.C. leading
paid
actresses.
Protesters and even to the point of media type protesters.
Journalists and stuff.
Journalists.
Yeah, I mean, and the other part of it that was a smoke signal to us in Cleveland here was this. They were only allowing in certain journalists. Now that in itself is like, what do you have to hide? What do you have to hide? Why can't all journalists have the freedom of speech and the freedom to ask questions? So, you know, and I did some investigation myself. I did some interviews, and I called around local businesses and local community of Bismarck. So, and I got to tell you, some of those comments that were made, Carrie, what were the people saying? They were like, they were actually laughing and giggling in their voice, and you could hear it. Is that right, Karen?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's true. Okay, I'm getting off here. We've had enough for one night. But we will support any legitimate protesting events. Of course, we want to help expose corruption and tyranny on the planet. That's what ForGlobalPeace.com wants to do. So we want to be there to help with that. So let's expose the Purple Mafia. How about that? See if you can find anybody, guys. I'm humbly Anna Anders on this YouTube channel. We gotta go. Good night. And if anything happens to us, just know that just know that we didn't do it. Okay. Good night. But it's a great cause worth dying for. Bye bye.